video is rated B+.
So hey guys, Nick again here with the B+ players today. I'm joined by AWS, I'm going to say Premier Tag Team, the VIP. What was the whole idea behind VIP? Because essentially you come out to Sorry for Party Rock and Jarrod, you're covered in glitter.
Yep.
Jax, you just look fucking amazing. And you guys come out and it's kind of like the delusional, almost like delusional heels, where you think you're loved by everyone, you think you're really tough, and then you scream like women in the ring, which I think is probably my favorite gimmick kind of, little in-ring stuff I've ever seen. That's absolutely hilarious. So who came up with that, and what was the kind of story behind it?
Well, we did. I guess we just started off as singles guys. He had his thing, I had my thing, and then we had got an opportunity to do a tag match. And we thought we'd either, just have a tag match that was whatever, or let's form a team.
Yep.
We got a name, really crappy name that's stuck now. And then we just did the gimmick, and then it just grew.
Made awful shirts.
Awful shirts?
Awful, cheap $20 shirts.
Hey, but they sell, right?
No, well, we just made them for ourselves.
Oh, there you go.
We're really lazy with merch.
Oh, okay.
But it's coming soon.
Well, yeah, there you go. So stay tuned for fans of VIP.
Yeah.
So AWF, how long have you guys been with them? Or are you free agents or solely with AWF?
We wrestle everywhere, but we've been with the AWF. I debuted just over a year ago now with AWF.
Yep.
They were my first company. They were the ones that trained me, brought me in. And Jordan's been around for...
I've been training for 2 years now, but I've been wrestling for 6-7 months.
Oh, okay, well, nice.
Yeah.
So are you guys enjoying it as being kind of fresh into it? Still really loving the gig and
Yeah, everyone's taken to us really well. You never expected it to sort of take off the way it did.
Yeah, I think your in-ring works. When I was watching the match yesterday, I think he was against Matt Static and TNT, and he didn't really get much offense in at the start, and I went, oh, this is going to be a squash match. I'm really upset. And then he's got some offense in, and I went, holy shit, these guys can actually wrestle. They don't just take a bump like the best of them. They absolutely have really good in-ring skills. So it's really cool to see not just your almost comedy characters, but you actually can wrestle, which is I think a really big ups to you guys for it. So.
I think it's important to have that balance between you should be able to wrestle, but you need to be entertaining at the same time.
Absolutely.
A lot of people take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, and I like your back and forth with the commission on the outside of the ring, and taking the tag belts yesterday was fantastic. I think that was absolutely, and staying up on that high perch for a while.
Getting yelled at by security.
Yep, that was hilarious. Just no fucks given. That's my favourite thing. So I guess we've got the tag tournament happening over the weekend. You reckon you guys are going to come away with the big win?
Yeah, we're hoping so. We think we're going to take.
Yeah, you always think you're going to win. So
we're taking taking over AWF for a long time.
Yeah.
Never lost in the HQ. We're undefeated there, so we're trying to take over this place for a long time.
Oh, good. Well, I hope you do win, because they looked pretty nice in those gold belts on you as well. I can imagine there'd be a bit of a dazzling though, obviously, once you get your hands on them.
Oh, definitely more glitter.
Definitely more glitter.
Nothing can have less glitter.
So when did the glitter come in? When did that start being a thing? Because I think that's hilarious. You'd start wrestling guys and then they get glitter all over them. And
that was only recently. The glittery boots has always been a thing.
Yep.
But the glitter spray was down. We wrestled down at Canberra, and sort of one of the girls that manages us down there just covered us in glitter. And I thought that's perfect for the Hollywood pretty boy character that sort of thinks he's amazing, but obviously looks like an idiot because he's sparkly and covered in glitter.
Yep.
And it opens up a lot of doors to do things with glitter and insults from faces, stuff like that. So.
Well, I do remember you guys had a story. We didn't get to it yesterday, but you had a story that you want to tell me about a rat-infested house. What's the story behind that? Because I remember that we were going to talk about that. We didn't. We didn't get a chance yesterday.
So yeah, being on the road a lot, you stay at each other's places and sort of travel around. And Jordan's just moved into a new place. And so I thought, all right, we'll go there, we'll stay at his house before the show, and then we'll head off. And so sitting there, we're laying in bed, I can hear the scurrying and crawling around. Okay, I understand houses have these kind of thing. And then sure enough, I felt something run over me. And seen it run over him. And he's dead asleep, didn't wake up. I'm freaked out, I'm sitting there, no, got to be imagining it. Sit there, no, I hear it again, and this time, jumps over me and disappears, and I'm like, nah, I'm
Not
done.
done.
I sat up, waiting for it. I see one the third time, smack it with my phone. I had the iPhone light on it.
Yep.
It's like just charged at me, and I've smacked it across the room, and that was it. And slept in my car, and I refused to stay at his place anymore. The mouse house, and yeah, no.
The mouse house.
What a dick.
Is that going to be your next gimmick, like Mouse King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
We do get a lot of rats, so like.
That's true. Supernova is good for that.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see how often, like especially with the commission running around the outside, trying to get the crowd involved and stuff like that as well. Supernova is obviously almost like your guys' version of a pay-per-view, I would say, because you get probably the biggest crowds and stuff.
Yeah.
But do you have the crowds probably a bit more involvement? Because I guess a lot of the guys who show up to these shows don't really know what's going on. But in regards to like your actual shows you do, your house shows and stuff, do you find that you get a little bit more crowd involvement when it comes down to it?
Well, it's just a difference between, like, they're all wrestling fans. Like, half of the people aren't wrestling fans.
Yeah.
So you have to give them something else. Like, we can't go in here and, like, do a wrestling, like a 100% wrestling match here, because, like, it just won't get over.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So we come out here, we scream, we do the stupid stuff. But then, like, it works on wrestling shows too, so we do it on there too.
Yeah, why not?
You've got to, like, just try new things and work out what gets over and just, like...
I like it. So, I guess, what would be your guys' end state when it comes to career-wise with this stuff? Obviously, being quite early into your careers, you know, would you like to end up on the WWE? Would you like to maybe be the top faces of Australian wrestling? Like, where would you want to go into NXT and fight TM, you know, the Mighty No Deal, or...?
For me, at least, it's always been putting tag team wrestling back on the map. Like, there's sort of been a resurgence. Like, Chikara's always been big on it, and like with the Young Bucks, stuff like that. Everyone's starting to get back into tag team wrestling, so if we can do that for Australia, I'd be happy to do that.
Yep.
Of course, overseas would be amazing. Like, I've always loved Chikara. I don't know about Jordan, but yeah.
No, well, I'm young, I'm 18, so like my plan is to like do something with it, maybe make a career out of it. That'd be great. But
Yeah.
Sorry for being a
it's
jerk.
hard as, but it's all right, buddy.
Superman's involved in our shout out to Superman, commissions overrunning interference.
Superman was not happy with us before.
Oh really?
Superman tried to start a fight.
Oh really? Wow, that's awesome. It's not how your nose ended up, right?
No, that was Mikey Law.
Mikey Law.
Thanks, Mikey.
Mikey Law booted you in the face and bust open your nose.
Yep.
So yeah, Australians bleed, all right, but we bleed harder and cooler because we're Australian. Yeah, that's us. So sorry, I cut you off. You were saying, you wanted to try and make a job out
I
of
just
it.
wanted to make a career out of it, like make it a thing. And, of course, to get WWE, that's the place to go. It's where the money is. I don't know, make a full-time living would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, what about how do you guys feel about Australian wrestling right now when it comes to it with how it's going, trying to like maybe break into the mainstream for Australian wrestling?
It's like pretty crappy right now. I don't know, like, it sort of is. Like, it's hard to get on the map and stuff like that. Like, no one's really done doing anything.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
But then there's a lot of guys that at the same time that are doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
Like they're either traveling overseas or like there's a bunch of guys now in like WWE that have like started to take over. So
yeah, we've got 3 or 4 in there now. We got Emma, Buddy Murphy, and the Mighty O'Neill. Yeah. That's our 4 lot.
Yeah, and a lot of Australia, like there's like 5 girls now over in America right now doing Shine and Shimmer and stuff.
Yeah.
5 girls.
Damien Slater's doing the
he's
WWE
doing the
Cruiserweight
thing.
Yep.
So like the focus is like starting to turn this way, so it's just a matter of us taking the ball and running with it.
Yeah.
Really.
And also like we've wrestled like every weekend for like the past how many weekends? And we're wrestling for the next, like every weekend for the next like 5 weekends.
Yeah.
So it's like to be an Australian wrestler to do that is like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Wrestle every weekend.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where like guys like our show kind of comes in, where we're starting to cover a bit more of the local indie talents and trying to get the name out there, because like we have fans in America, we have got fans in Canada, and but we're a really tiny close knit group, and we're just like super chill and don't give a fuck really about what we're doing and where we're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
And I think shows like these where we get to sit down and talk to you guys, especially when you just have your booth open and people can come up and say hello and grab a flyer and maybe show up to a show and stuff like that. It's really cool. Like I haven't seen PWA or like any of the other promotions in. Like it'd be great if maybe they started talking to each other, maybe get like an invasion angle happen at Supernova. Yeah. That would imagine a run in from you guys on like a PWA show or something. That'd be fucking fun. That would be a good bit of fun, I think. So social media wise, how can our fans find you, or anyone else who wants to start showing their support for Australian wrestling?
VIP Tag Team, if you search that on Facebook, that usually comes up, or VIP Jarrod Idol and Jax Jordan, either way it comes up in the search.
There you go.
Same for Instagram is VIP Tag Team. I think that's it for us so far.
Yeah, just Facebook page. Yeah, that's got all the stuff you're on there.
And we'd have merch on the way, yeah.
Yeah, merch is coming soon when we're not lazy and broke wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard life being on the road and stuff, I imagine. Like, your next show, 2nd of July?
2nd of July for AWF. Next week, we're out at
Goulburn,
yeah.
Goulburn, the week after
Queensland as well.
Queensland,
yeah. I'm from Queensland, so I miss being up there. I had to come down here for work.
Are you familiar with the scene up there and stuff?
No, I haven't been. I only starting to cover indie wrestling in Australia only just like in the last maybe 2 months.
Oh yeah.
So
there's cool stuff going on up there too. Like we do a lot of shows and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I've been trying to I'm going to try and get out to the IWA shows on the 23rd and 24th.
Oh, yeah, definitely, that's awesome.
So try and get out there and maybe run some interviews as well. But yeah, so you guys got another couple of shows coming up today. Obviously, you guys going to be wrestling again today, or are you done for the day?
I think we're done for today.
Yeah,
tomorrow
you'll be on.
Tournament finals.
Tournament finals.
Tournament finals. Going to win some belts.
So you're going up against who for the tournament finals? You're going up against
we've got either Team Queensland or 80s.
There you go. All right, well, I think that might be just about it. Anything else you want to say to the fans? How beautiful they are, how beautiful you guys are.
We are beautiful.
You are beautiful, guys. Like
support Australian wrestling.
Yeah, there you go. That's the main thing. Yeah, absolutely. Strongbow, if you want to sponsor us and give us money too, we're still waiting on that. We've been doing this for a couple of months, so.
Yeah, sign up for that.
Tag team champion, baby.